Welcome back, everybody. We're back here on a Wednesday night, here with the Maple Ridge Racing Series. We're at Iowa Speedway here tonight for the Vermont Sim Racer 40. So we got 40 laps. Going to go back pretty quickly here this evening. A little off the schedule here, but everybody's coming off and all, the taking Labor Day week off and all that. So good to be back racing again. Should be a lot of fun racing here tonight at Iowa Speedway, Jamie.
Absolutely. Iowa's always a blast. They are doing it during the daytime. I don't think I've ever ran a race here during the daytime, which is, usually you run Iowa at night. So it would be interesting to see what the track conditions are going to be like. If it's not a little slick, might be a little loose out there for these guys. We'll have to see, but should be a good night as qualifying is over.
Yeah, you make a really good point, Jamie, and I didn't even think about it. I don't know that I've ever seen a day race at Iowa either. Every chance I've ever had to race this track has always been at night, so this will be new for everybody.
Absolutely.
Huh. Well, there you have it. Well, qualifying has wrapped up here, and we're waiting for these guys to start taking the grid. And while we're waiting on them to take the grid here, we'll start going through it. Christopher Morse Jr. and that number 3 machine is going to take the pole here this evening with a lap time of 23.814. So congratulations to him. Starting his outside is going to be Zach Onson in the number 51. Starting in third is Michael D'Amico in the number 29. To his outside, Robert Allen Jr. in that number 83. Starting in fifth is going to be Alan Young from LA Sim Sports in that number 24. And to his outside, Jared Odette in that 76 from 603 Motorsports.
All right, start seventh. It's going to be number 40 of Rob Higgins. Is outside starting eighth. Our brother Ryan Pendleton in that 23. And start ninth, number 13, Jonathan Dickerman is outside starting 10th. And number 9, Kevin Otis starting 11th. And number 22, the big man around here, Alex Marinelli, is outside starting 12th. Number 10, Jacob Ellingson, another Goat Locker Racing affiliated driver. And rounding out the field tonight, starting 15th, or actually will be 13th. The 00, Joey Fernandez, and rounding out the field, starting 14th, number 11 of Michael Waite.
Yeah, even though it shows me and Jamie there in the starting lineup here this evening, we are definitely not behind the wheel of the cars tonight. Not that we wouldn't want to be, but somebody's got to come up here and call the race. So 14 cars taking the grid here this evening, and I am still wondering. Oh, there they are. Finally got around to finding them where they were on the track there. Looks like they're getting ready to pull off pit road right now. Jamie, if my eyes serve me correctly, we got twin cars on the front row there.
Well, let's hit a refresh here, and yeah, they do. They look. Only thing different I see is the numbers.
Yeah, looks like the base paint. One's gray and one's black. So those two cars, Christopher Morris and Zach Onson, and I think this is the first time we've seen Zach on the track. Obviously, our teammates here, and a couple really good-looking cars. So as the field lines up 2 by 2 here, we'll get ready to take the green flag for which should be a pretty quick 40 laps here this evening. They're going to go around one more time here under pace speed. Everybody checking brake bias, and steering ratios, and all that other kind of fun stuff. Getting ready to get underway here.
Some cars do look sharp.
Yeah, a lot of these guys come out here and do a great job with some of these cars. We always comment on getting out here in some of these more grassroots series like the Tour Modifieds here with the what are these?
It's super late models.
Man, that just left me. I don't know why it left me, but man, it left me. Like, I'm sitting here staring at the car. I'm like, I don't know what that is, man. Somebody save me. Thanks, Jim.
Well, I tell you what, Jacob Ellingson, he acts like he's never listened to one of our broadcasts before. He comes out here driving a Doritos car. I think he owes us some, don't you?
I do too. But the green flag is out, and thanks to Jamie, we'll be thinking about Doritos the rest of the night.
Absolutely.
They are side by side through 1 and 2 here. Zach Onson and Christopher Morris Jr. duking it out here for the #1 spot, as it looks like that 51 car is going to prevail on that outside line. Sends it down into the corner, clears Christopher Morris Jr., and we got, well, I'm going to call it a new race leader, Zach Onson.
Yeah. Nice power move there going into 1. They run nose to tail. Getting a little bit of separation between them and Michael D'Amico in the 29. But not getting away too far.
No, as the 83 of Robert Adderley Jr. is hanging in right there, and Alan Young back there in 5th spot, putting some heat on that number 83 car for that 4th position right now. Still some good side-by-side racing going back on through the field as we take a look at that Doritos car up on the outside. Jake Ellingson, good to see him coming out here and running these. Should be a lot of fun. He's back there running with the league owner, Alex Marinelli, and then number 9 machine as well of Kevin Otis, and a cool-looking Hooters car there.
Tell you what, these cars just sound good.
Yeah, they do.
Sound really cool.
They got a sound all of their own. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That is pretty freaking awesome, for sure.
Those high revving engines and those super late models, they got that, kind of got that whine to them.
Mm-hmm. As we see back there in 5th and 4th position, Alan Young is now gone underneath the 83 car and challenged him here for the 4th position. So we'll have to see if he's able to make the move as they race side by side coming off the 2.
And that is what's become the norm with this series, the Maple Ridge Racing Series. We've completed 5 laps here, scheduled 40, and they've all been under green. Nice clean start for these guys. As they always seem to be very good allowing the race to settle in before they start getting really racy.
Yeah, a lot of good racing here in this series. Don't see a whole lot of cautions a lot of times here. These guys really race each other nice and clean. And we're seeing a lot of that here tonight, as that 4th place is still being contested right now, as the 83 of Robert Allen Jr. is just not letting go of it, really been able to get that car wound up on the high side. They're catching up to Michael D'Amico right now, and so this is going to be a battle for 3rd position here soon between these 3 cars.
Wow, that's pretty impressive, running side by side and still gaining on the car in front of them.
Yeah, it seems that these cars are really hooked up here today. Haven't seen a whole lot of issues getting in the corner or off the corner. So these super late models really liking the banking here at Iowa.
Such a fun track to drive. Varying lines between 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Really, the only place you don't want to run on this track is staying up high going into 1, because you've got that huge bump that'll really upset the car. But you know, definitely have a choice here. You don't have to just stick to one line.
Yeah, there are a series of bumps up there at 1 and 2, and if you miss your entry in 1, you're gonna find them real quickly. It's not a whole lot of fun being up there, but 3 and 4, like you were saying, Jamie, multiple different lines you can take through that corner. Each of them having their own advantage. We're seeing these super late models kind of stick to the bottom here a little bit. Some of the other series, we'll see them run up a little bit higher just to keep the car wound up. But like you were talking about, Jamie, I mean, these high rev engines on these super late models, they have no issues getting off the corner here. We head back, and it looks like Alan Young has cleared that 83 machine, so he is in 4th position. There's 3 cars, 29 of Michael D'Amico, 24 of Alan Young, 83 of Robin Allen Jr. still back here fighting for that 3rd position.
As the 2 leaders, Zach Onson and Christopher Morris Jr. have kind of pulled away a little bit.
It looks like Robin Allen Jr. got up into the wall, started the wall climb there a little bit, was able to save it, and now Ryan Pendleton has moved to his outside and trying to move himself up into 5th position. That's some tight racing coming off the corner there. It's now Jared Audette and that number 76 who was up into that battle. Ryan Pendleton now has moved himself up into the top 5.
Good run so far for Ryan.
Good looking machine there. He's got rocket racing on the side of it. One of our drivers can't wait to put him behind the wheel of the Veterans 48 truck tomorrow and see what he can do in the Goat Lockers truck series. Should be a lot of fun.
I cannot wait. I've been looking forward to this all week. Cannot wait to kick off season 2 tomorrow. Be glad to have Brian Brogan back in his number 45 now that he's got his computer issues worked out.
Yeah, it'll be great to see a lot of the drivers come back to the field. A few of the guys that race over here will be joining us on Thursday evenings as well. And it looks like Jared Odette is down on the grass right now. We're not under caution, so it looks like he must have lost it coming off the corner down to the grass a little bit. He has the car pointed in the right direction. He's back under power, so that is going to move a couple of these cars up a little bit. We'll take a look at Rob Higgins here. We haven't had a chance to call his number here tonight. But running back in 7th position. Joseph Fernandez in that 00 car up to 8th position, up 7 spots right now in a really good looking car. Alex Marinelli, a couple of spots up right now. He's up into 9th position. John Dickman in that number 13 machine, rounding out our top 10 right now as they continue to battle for that 9th position. So we just noted Jared Odette. Go ahead, Jamie.
I just wanted to mention that Alan Young in that 24 has caught the leaders, and he is all over the back bumper of that number 3 car. He looks like he's trying to get that 24 into the lead right now.
Yeah, so battle for the lead is definitely tightening up here a little bit. Got 3 cars under a blanket right now. As you said, Jamie, that number 24 car is caught right up to these front 2 runners here. So with 23 laps left here to go tonight, the race is far from over.
And we got a request from Mama Ellingson to pass along a message to Jake if he's listening. She says the gas pedal is on the right. Apparently, the crew chief is not happy with the performance of the 10 car right now on the track. He finds himself 7.5 seconds behind these leaders, running in 12th.
He's probably got like, everybody's well aware of Cheetos flavors. Everybody knows Cheetos flavors. It also happens with Doritos.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He's probably got Dorito fingers right now, and he's just he's too busy licking his fingers and not driving the car.
Yeah, the steering wheel is probably orange.
It probably is. That's Jake. If you listen, Cool Ranch. You won't have that problem. Cool Ranch Doritos. Stay away from the nacho if you got anything to do. Cool Ranch. And that, ladies and gentlemen, in the Goat Locker Racing Network is your education on Doritos racing. Brought to you by Goat Locker Racing. So now it looks like that 24 car has moved himself underneath Christopher Morris Jr. As it looked like he didn't give him a whole lot of room there. He kind of pinched him off a little bit, and they were able to come out clean there. But that's some tight racing.
Man, wow. I was just waiting to see the 24 wash up the track, but he held the line, and the 3 did as well. Definitely didn't give him any room, but hey, he don't have to. It's his position. So good, clean, hard racing right there, folks.
Yeah, absolutely. And as the 24 continues to try to make a charge, 19 laps left to go, coming up on 18 laps to go. This is the Vermont Sim Racer 40 here. Whoa! And he dances coming off the corner there.
Alan Young got a little loose, looked like, on the exit of 4, coming through to the start-finish line, and he's going to lose maybe a spot here to Michael D'Amico in the 29, who has gotten a run as they enter turn 3.
We're starting to see a couple of these cars wiggle coming off of 4 here as these tires are wearing out. They're halfway through over halfway through the run right now with 17 laps left here to go. Again, we're going to see if anybody can put a charge on Zach Onson. Took control of this race from lap number 1 and has not looked back.
Absolutely not. Him and Christopher Morris have been running nose to tail. Christopher Morris has fell back a little bit. Pat, we got a request from the stream here. They're asking to see lap times. If you could pull that off.
Absolutely. Whatever the fans want to see, the fans want to see. So
within reason.
Right, within reason. To a point, maybe.
Be careful with that.
Yeah. We do nothing with live animals. I want to go ahead and get that disclaimer out there. Nothing with live animals. Contrary to the whole goat life. But as we take a look at the lap times here between Zach Onson and Christopher Morris, you see that Christopher Morris is losing about a half a tenth per lap here. And again, as we see Alan Young here really wiggling the back of that car, he's made up some time in that second place position. So he continues to make some pretty good lap times here. As they're lapping around at about 24.6 seconds right now. So running about 7/10 slower than their fastest lap, so not a ton of fall off. But these tires are definitely starting to wear out pretty good. Oh, yeah, as we're starting to see some of these cars dirt tracking coming off the floor there. Everybody trying to lay the power to this, be able to get up there and catch our leader of Zach Onson. But again, he continues to step away and now enjoys about a 6/10 of a second lead now.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see if Alan Young, if he can get around Christopher Morris here, if he will have anything for Zach Onson. I mean, Alan Young's just got the look to him that he looks like he's faster. It's just he's just having a hard time making a pass that'll work. But we'll just have to see how this plays out.
As it continues, Zach Onson is out to 7/10 of a second lead right now. Unless one of these other two drivers really finds something different, or that 51 falls off here, it's going to be tough to catch back up here in the next 11 laps. As we've gone caution-free the entire night here tonight, we have gone 29 laps with no cautions. This is the Vermont Sim Racer 40 here this evening. We're with the Maple Ridge Racing Series. Welcome everybody back to the series. Second half of the season getting kicked off here at Iowa Speedway. For those of you that might be scratching your head going, this isn't Iowa, it's during the day. Well, there is daylight in Iowa as well, the track. So they are running a day race here. The first time I've ever seen one as well, but it's been a lot of good racing, Jamie.
It has, absolutely. I was kind of curious to see what we would get with it being during the daytime. I thought maybe the track temperatures might be up with the sun being out and just making this thing really slick and difficult to drive. But if it is, these guys aren't showing it for sure. They've put on a really good show.
Yeah, as we take a look here a little bit too, we'll see some of the gaps going back. As Christopher Morris is now almost 0.8 of a second back. Alan Young's about almost a second back at this point in time. Mike D'Amico there in the number 29 car sitting in fourth position. And Ryan Pendleton holding on to that top 5 spot right now. Looks like Robert Allen Jr. is right on his tail along with the 40 of Robert Higgins. So we've got 3 cars right now battling it out for that 5th position.
All right, they're within 0.3 of each other from 5th to 7th. Might be the battle here that'll have the biggest interest coming here in the closing laps. Coming up to 5 laps to go here shortly.
As the 23 car Ryan Pendleton is able to hold on to this. As we see through 1 and 2, all 3 cars taking different lines to the corner. Ryan Pendleton staying at about the middle of the track. Robert Alley Jr. in the 83 down low, and the 3 car Robert Higgins up high. But Ryan Pendleton is able to clear all of them now, and the race is on back for 6th position between that number 40 and 83 car. We'll head back up front here and check in on our leaders. He stepped out to a 1.2 second lead. So he continues to pull away from the rest of the field right now. He is going to come up on a little bit of lap traffic. Kevin noticing the number 9 machine here before all is said and done. But with that big of a lead, he really doesn't have to worry about it too much, and he can kind of take his time. Alan Young has moved into 2nd place around that 3 machine. The 3 continues to try to battle on the low side here.
Wow. Yeah, Christopher Morris is making a move to try to retake 2nd place. As Zach Onson gets around the 9 car. Kevin Otis, who is going a lap down.
No issues there getting around that lap car. Only a couple laps left here to go. Pretty clear sailing for our leader right now. laps left here to go.
I would say it is pretty impressive. This race has gone green the entire way. I don't foresee any issues coming out here in the last couple laps. So it'll be 40 laps of green flag racing, and all but one car has managed to stay on the lead lap. I mean, that's really pretty impressive. Been a strong field here tonight.
Yeah, very impressive here this evening as we're down to 2 laps left here to go. Very strong field. Even a couple new drivers out here tonight. Again, this is the first time I think we're seeing Zach Onson on the track here. What's going to end up being one hell of a debut. So good for him. And then also Jacob Ellingson coming out here for the first time this evening. So a lot of great racing out through the field here, but the white flag is out. Final lap here tonight, the Vermont Sim Racer 40. Looks like Zach Onson only has a couple more corners left here to go. He will bring home the win here tonight. Rounding second place is going to end up going to Al.
The 3 of Christopher Morris got loose. I don't know if he was able to save it.
He was able to save it. He's going to cross the line in 3rd position. So Michael D'Amico coming home in 4th. And rounding out our top 5 is going to be Ryan Pendleton. So a lot of great racing here this evening. From the drop of the green flag to the checker, no cautions, and we got a brand new winner in the Maple Ridge Racing Series, and that new winner is Zach Onson in number 51.
Wow. Hey, come out for your first race and walk out of here a winner. That's can't ask for better than that. Everybody else may be saying, hey, don't bring this guy back again, but congratulations to Zach Onson. That was quite the performance.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, great performance that he put on here this evening. Didn't sit on his pole. His teammate Christopher Morris Jr. sat on the pole here this evening, but he was able to power up that number 51 machine on the start of this race from the outside, take the lead of it, and again, just never looked back. Ran a very clean race. Didn't get to see some challenge there from Christopher Morris at one point in time. Alan Young kind of snuck up into that top 3 battle as well, but he was able to hold on and pull away from the field and win by a pretty commanding margin.
Yeah, it was a fun race, man. I wish it was a little longer, but everybody did such a great job, and there was a lot of good racing throughout the field. So really fun to watch. I mean, that went by in the blink of an eye.
It sure
yeah.
did. That was pretty quick.
About 17 minutes worth of racing there. But yeah, good race.
Yeah, absolutely good races. I'm not sure where those 2 teammates actually hang out in Discord because they're not here in the Maple Ridge. So we can go ahead and grab our 2nd place finisher here and have a chat with him while hopefully those 2 gentlemen get over to Discord so we can give them their interviews. So let's grab a hold of Alan Young here. Hey, Alan, it's Pat and Jamie up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep.
Well, great race tonight, man. It looked like at one point in time that you might have something to get up there and challenge for the win. But getting around Christopher Morris Jr. kind of was a little bit tough of a task, but you finally made it happen and brought that number 24 home in 2nd place. So take us through your race here tonight and how you got that podium finish.
Yeah, it was uneventful. It was actually a really clean race. Car was fun to drive. Just had to manage your tires coming up off and not getting in the gas too quick, but it was definitely a fun battle there from, I think, 4th up to, 2nd, I think. But yeah, if I could have got around him a little bit sooner, I maybe would have had a shot to win, but just took too much time.
Yeah, Alan, man, you kind of snuck up there on us. We really weren't quite paying attention, and all of a sudden you were on the bumper of Christopher Morse. Looked like you were ready to go get that car, that 24 car out to the lead there. Did see you get loose one time coming off a 4 that kind of cost you some time. How was the car handling at that point?
Car was actually really good at that point. I just got a little throttle happy and tried too hard, and I actually think I had the wrong steering ratio in for the race, which I think I knew it right from the get-go, but if I had a different ratio, would have been a different outcome maybe, but I'll take a 2nd place and get out of here.
I'll take a 2nd all day long, my man, so congratulations to you on a strong finish. Anybody you'd like to thank? Shout out, sponsors?
Yeah, the guys at LA Sim Sport, My sponsors, FSM Customs and Young Gun Creations.
Well, awesome, man. Well, congratulations on the second place finish here this evening. Looking forward to talking to you some more as the season continues on.
I should be back at some point this year.
Awesome. All right. Well, our first place finisher and our third place finisher still have yet to show up around here. So we're just going to say congratulations to Zach Onson on the win here tonight. It looked like him and his teammate Christopher Morris Jr. there had a great strategy coming into tonight. Two really, really strong cars, able to bring home the win and round out the podium in third with that number 3 car. So congratulations to the both of them.
Absolutely. Great performance by those two guys. Obviously, teammates with those paint schemes they were running. They, dominated this race, finishing in the top 3. Zach led every lap from the green flag. Well, yeah, I guess he did lead the green flag lap. Led every lap, all 40 of them. So can't say enough about the job they did and about the job the whole field did. Very exciting racing, very clean racing. I really look forward to doing this every Wednesday night with these guys. Some little bugs we need to get worked out, but that's all right. It's a new league, some growing pains there, but as far as the product they're putting out on the track, you couldn't ask for anything better.
No, you really couldn't, man. Each and every week that we show up to these races, a lot of great racing that happens throughout it. Usually only have, a caution or 2 at best. I was kind of like you. I was surprised to see this one go all the way green. Considering it was Iowa during the day, I figured the track would be a little slicker, and these guys have a little bit of car control issue, but they proved us wrong, man. Those cars looked like they were on rails most of the night. As we heard from our second place finisher, it just got a little throttle happy there. Man, some great racing here. So as we got the results up here from the night, again, Zach Onson with the win here tonight in the number 51 machine. Alan Young, who we just got done talking to, finished in second place, and then Christopher Morris Jr. back in third. But some great runs, like I said. Goat Locker Racing car and driver Ryan Pendleton finished in the 5th position. Joseph Fernandez back there in 8th position had himself a great run. He was up 7 spots from where he started, so he was our biggest mover of the race. Alex Marinelli, the man, the myth, the legend himself, comes home in 10th position. Another one of our Goat Locker Racing affiliated drivers, Jake Ellingson, finishes back in 12th position. So a lot of great racing here again. Thanks to the Maple Ridge Racing Series and all their sponsors, especially Vermont Sim Racer. If you hadn't had a chance to go check out that, please go on the website and check out Vermont Sim Racer. They've got a cool little sim racing setup up there that you can go into and sit down behind the wheel of and get you, some seat time behind the wheel of one of these iRacing machines. Apparently, it's also attached to his axe throwing facility as well, if I remember right.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm really excited if he gets one of those smash up rooms because I'm telling you, wouldn't be anything better. Especially, I ran the NIS at Darlington Friday night. 2.5 hours I spent racing to get wrecked out and still had 150 laps to go. 2.5 hours into it,
Oof.
I would have loved to have been able to go into a smash room and just really just destroy some things. So definitely VT Sim Racer, check them out. And just go in there and get yourself hooked on iRacing, and you'll be out here before you know it, running with these guys on Wednesday night.
Yeah. Well, as we end the broadcast here again, thanks to all of our sponsors that help make Goat Locker Racing go, from Jan Printing and Promotions to Gill Insurance Advisors, G2G Trailers, and Travis Lee Creative, one of the newest organizations that we're partnered with, Veterans 48. A lot of great things going on with veteran-owned businesses and veteran organizations that we get a chance to support. So awesome stuff there. Please be sure to tune in tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is Goat Locker Racing Truck Series. Season number 2 kicks off from Iowa. We're going to have a night race, though. 130 laps there at Iowa. Should be a phenomenal race. I know a lot of the drivers cannot wait to get everything kicked off tomorrow night. So we are excited and looking forward to it. We'll shift over into Friday for the ARCA Series at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, be sure to tune into that. A lot of great racing every Friday night. Saturday, we'll take the day off. And then Sunday, finally, back behind the wheel of those Rebels trucks out there getting close to playoff time. So a lot of opportunities to come out and support us. Make sure if you're watching on Twitch to hit that follow, like, subscribe button, whichever one it has on there. think it's subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe as well. Hit us up on Facebook and give us a like. Again, thanks to everybody that tunes into the Goat Locker Racing Network. We'll see you tomorrow night.